We're the Hairy Bikers, and we're on our way back to the Oxford Academy. Not a posh college, but a struggling secondary school up by the Cowley car factory.
We both had a tough time in school, and for kids today, it's just as hard. What? There's disruption.
I punch stuff, I kick stuff, I throw stuff.
Bullying.
They were saying how much I should kill myself, I should jump off a bridge.
Before you say stuff about someone, you should know more about them.
And failure.
But this struggling school has embarked on an ambitious project to transform the lives of young and old alike.
And we want to help.
This is like Grange Hill crossed with Last of the Summer Wine.
Across town, there's lonely, undervalued and isolated old folk.
Thank you very much.
I've lost the knack, if you like.
We're finding out what happens when we bring the quiet and the noisy together.
Could they transform each other?
He's a boss, he's a beast.
Do you think the project's going to work?
I don't know.
It's only a month until the end of term and the critical phase of our pilot experiment.
Well, that's it. We're fighting for survival.
The thing is, it's a precious thing that we're doing. We've worked hard on it, and we've just got to get it.
Yeah, it's worth it, Kingy. And what's worth having is worth fighting for.
We've got exams and scientific tests coming up to show if young and old have not only gained confidence, but improved mentally and physically.
But first, now our 12 pairs have the measure of each other, will they change?
It's Monday morning, and 13-year-old Jacob is in trouble yet again.
Wait, Jacob, can you sort this out?
Oh, no, I'll do it, don't fault it.
Jacob, you've got 2 homework detentions left. You need to make sure that your behaviour improves in lessons, otherwise you won't be able to leave lessons for old school. Okay? School takes priority over it.
Right.
Could his constant detentions mean our first ever old school exclusion? Headmaster Neil is improving the school, but desperate for more challenging pupils like Jacob to knuckle down in lessons. In 2014, GCSE results here were less than half the national average.
For Jacob, education really is his biggest chance of having a really successful life, and he's got to take it.
Jacob's partner, retired kitchen fitter Clive, comes in to meet the head of year, Miss Davies.
What is it mainly is homework and things he doesn't do?
He's missing lesson time, but then when he's getting the C4s in lessons, it's taking him out of lessons, and he's not doing the homework, he's falling behind in his levels, so I've sort of explained to Jacob that if he can't behave in school, then he can't be taken out for the old school.
Yeah, I'm a world with you. Yeah, I've got to have a word with you.
Yeah.
Because you like playing your games all the time.
Yeah.
And not doing your homework. And you're getting too many detentions.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is good for you because you're better than that. And I know you're better than that, and you know you're better than that.
Yeah, come on, guys, it's quicker.
And, you know, we need to schedule you a little bit better.
Yeah.
Where you're still playing your games, do a bit of homework.
Yeah.
For now, then go back onto your games. So you got the bad bit in between.
Yeah.
You got the good bit, the bad bit, and the good bit. I noticed you're confident in a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I'm confident that you're going to improve on your detentions.
5 of our kids are from year 11, and school's gearing up for the autumn round of GCSEs, which will help show if our project improves academic results.
It's life-changing, isn't it? If you do really well, it gives you a really big start up in life.
It seems to be more important now, really, than when I was at school.
Yes, it is. The GCSEs are that important to their lives.
Right, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
16-year-old Wes will be resitting his maths, But instead of much needed revision, he's concentrating on how to win the 6th Form Chili Challenge.
Well, actually, I'm going to be sick. Well, I ain't going boxing tonight.
Some of our 12 kids are the most challenging in the school.
I started boxing from the age of 10 because I felt I needed to protect myself.
I've always been in trouble. I've always been the aggressor in school. I was always hitting people because of short temper. This is where I used to do my boxing. I used to come in here, hang my bag up there and just train for hours on end.
From the age of 7, Wes has lived with either his grandma or his dad.
My family are not good at showing love, some of them. Mainly my mum's not really been very good, yeah. It would have been nice to have some sort of woman to talk to and sort of put me to sleep, really, tuck me in bed. The sort of things that all the other children had.
Wes's partner, ex-car worker Dave, has come in for a catch-up.
How's your week been, mate?
Well, actually, not too good.
Not too good?
No.
Do you want to tell me about it?
Well, what I was planning on doing is doing my maths, but because I haven't been attending lessons, they didn't think I was capable of getting a C. So they pulled me out of the exam, and now I have to do it next year. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I have to wait
That's
a whole.
Not very clever, is it?
I have to wait a whole year before I can do my maths again. So.
Is there any way I can help you, do you think?
I'm not too sure because I thought I was on a certain level that I could get a C, but the teachers actually think I'm not capable of getting a C in maths.
Because you haven't been putting the effort in?
Yeah.
Do you accept that you haven't been putting the effort in?
Yeah, I do. I haven't been putting the effort in. So.
Why do you reckon that is then?
I haven't had the motivation to put it in. I've just been leaving it early for school to try and concentrate on boxing.
Yeah, you can't blame the school when you yourself don't put the effort in, can you?
No.
Well, I think you can be helped, and I think you can help yourself, which is more important. There's no magic wand, is there?
No, of course not. No. But
It's time for our partners to move beyond friendships and make positive changes in each other's lives. Clive has decided to visit Jacub at home.
Yeah, there you go. All right, sit down, that's it.
Jacub's father died 8 years ago, and he spends a lot of time in his room.
How long do you think we ought to play then?
About 45 minutes.
45?
Yeah.
Try half an hour, try 30 minutes.
All right then.
Yeah, and then
So
we'll have a little go on the homework, and I'll help you if I can.
That's to move, that's to look around, that's to reload, that's to change your weapon, that's to throw your incendiary grenade, that's to throw your secondary grenade.
Right, let's go through that slowly then. Yeah,
so
right.
You got to try and shoot me.
Which is shoot?
That's to aim, and that's to shoot.
Oh. Hold on, I've got to see. Which moves, that one?
Dead.
Is that me?
Deaded. With video games, it's like, well, I've got ADHD and like, they help me relax. The other day, I got upset because my dad passed away. And me and Ashley were talking about it. And I said that I started missing him near to Christmas and my birthdays.
That's understandable.
And then I started crying because it's where he's not here at Christmas on my birthdays.
Clive suffered a similar loss 10 years ago when his son Matthew died of an overdose.
Other times it's just an ordinary day, but Christmases and birthdays, you know, that's when you will miss loved ones that have passed on.
Yeah.
And me and Marina, we're terrible at Christmas. You know, your dads would see you grow up.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was angry about. There's my dad up here, look. That's in there.
Oh, let me have a
He
look.
was always into mountain bikes. I can remember my dad being a funny, like, smiley person.
For Jacob to talk about the loss of his father, I think was quite brave of him. Normally, kids of that age would just keep it in. So that gave us, I think, common ground. We both sort of grieving, really.
Old school, I think it's helped because like where I've got you, like you're not so much as a father figure, but like you're like one of my closest friends. Well, I consider you as one of my closest friends.
I'm just a mucker.
Well, yeah, but I consider you as like one of my closest friends.
What homework you say you've got?
History, I think.
History.
Yeah, just get out of my bag. Pow, pow.
Yeah, we give you a hand.
That's what me and Jacob argue a lot about, is homework. Thing is, he's pretty bright, Clive, you know.
He is bright.
Academically, he does okay.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like being told what to do.
No, I think he'll get there.
Yeah, I think he will.
Yeah.
With me behind him and you behind him, I'm sure
Yeah.
he'll get there. Bye.
Say bye. Say bye. Say bye, Clive.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, you're tired, aren't you? It's been good talking about Matthew. And, like, I think I could give him a bit more confidence. Well, not a bit more confidence, but I could help him. I don't know, because like, he seems pretty okay, but I think I can help him with his confidence, and he can help me like to choose the right path in school, and not to get distracted outside of school, and not give in to peer pressure.
Senior partner Dave loves his garden shed. Now he thinks if they are going to tackle personal issues, Old School needs a space it can call its own.
It looks like he's putting something.
This is meant to be a sort of communal hub for
us.
For us to sort of
That'd be brilliant, because I'm
relate.
hoping we're going to be able to meet up and have...
Yeah, well, that's what I thought.
I think that would be
yeah.
a good idea, just to get together.
We're going to put you on painting the ceiling.
Right.
And you've got to measure that upright to get a fix on there.
There was the feathered ones. So we just get Isabella when we...
Today is the grand opening, and Dave has more to celebrate than just the shed.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Enjoy it.
How often would you go to a school and see people in their 60s, their 70s and their 80s sitting having tea, cakes, drinks with youngsters? You wouldn't see it, would you?
It's quite a warm glow. You're listening to the chatter in there, and you know it's community.
Yes.
It's really positive.
It was a turning point today, really, because there was something there. It was tangible, a place for people to go. Old School was here, and it was here to stay. And that was a lovely feeling for everybody, I think.
So how are you getting on with Wes, Dave?
I've had the shock of my life. The change in the last week has been dramatic. It's absolutely uplifted me in regard to the lad himself.
Yes.
And he thinks a lot of me.
Yes.
He gave me a hug, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, he gave me a hug. I said, what's that for, Wes? He said, oh, just because you're here.
Oh, that's brilliant. You know, some ways when you hear that, you know, we're all...
That's worth money, that.
It is. If you can get a hug off a young man like that, it's worth an awful lot. That means you're getting through.
And I look at his eyes and, God, I'd like to help him.
But with exams coming up, some teachers are worried Old School will hinder, not help.
When I first heard about the Old School project, I think I was quite cautious because it just struck me that it was a little bit too experimental.
Taking on a lot, an exam year, could be a huge struggle for some of the students.
We've got some quite vulnerable students at this school, and they're here for a purpose. We're clear what that purpose is. We don't want them too distracted.
International studies make us hopeful Old School won't just help self-esteem and loneliness, but that it'll feed into academic achievement for the young and have deeper cognitive and even physical impacts for the old.
You need that here.
Charisma's mock English GCSE is looming, but tonight she is helping her partner Hanif with his English studies.
So you could talk about how the parents are partly responsible.
That's right, yeah. I went to school.
This lowercase t.
Until...
Charisma came with her family from the Philippines, while Hanif is from Pakistan.
It is very frustrating, as well as embarrassment that I cannot communicate or speak English with the people. That's why I made my mind up to go to evening classes and learn English. 11 years of age.
Until they were 11 years.
Until they were, yeah. See, that's what I need your help. Right. That was after long discussion.
You did it. Good job. He struggles with English, and I'm really glad I got to help him a little bit more politely correct some of his mistakes in his work. I'm going to give you this, and then we're going to do the numbers in German, okay? I moved to England when I was 2 because my mum got a job here as a nurse. My mum and dad work different shift times, so it's really difficult for us to see each other. So the U has this thing on the top. It's really important for everyone in our house to work as hard as they can. I'm stressed a lot all the time, pretty much. I guess I put everything behind school.
If you read the question first, then that's all you're thinking about. You've got to just get a really good understanding of the passage first, okay?
Charisma and fellow old school Year 11s Marlon and Chloe are practising for their GCSE English. They'll sit the real exam in under a week.
The exam paper that you've done today, you've actually got 31. You've gained 11 marks today. Yeah. That's an enormous amount, isn't it? Yeah?
Chloe has scraped a D, but hopes to do better.
I got 17 marks in the mock out of 50, so I think I need like 25 maybe to get a C.
Charisma's pushing herself hard to get an A.
I feel like if I stop learning as hard as I do, I just completely forget it straight away, and then the exam will come, and I'll be like, oh, I don't know what this means, because I get really stressed over exams, and they're probably one of the scariest things I find in school.
While some of our pupils are knuckling down, ex-nurse Judy has been losing sleep over her partner Tony.
She's missing maybe 2 or 3 days of school a week, which isn't on. I'm getting a bit worried about her, so I want to go around and see her and see if I can get any answers and see if I can actually help her.
Our best pairings all have something important in common. Judy, like Tony, was badly bullied at school.
Hello, Tony. How are you, darling?
I'm all right, you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. I've just come round to see how you are because you haven't been at school.
I'm all right, just feeling crappy.
You're ill, actually ill. What seems to be wrong then?
Flu.
Flu? Oh dear, it's not so long
slightly
ago.
recovering. Well, I had flu and a bit of a mix between both of them, basically.
Perhaps the bullying, though, can cause your illnesses.
Yeah, that's what Mum said.
That's right, it stresses you out.
Yeah.
And the stress on you just stops your immune system completely, stuffs it all up, and you get all kinds of things, and that's what can cause it. What's been going on then?
Just as soon as I come back to school, no one would really speak to me, and I didn't really get why. I don't know whether it was something I said over text or something like that, but I think it was just like general rumours and people basically stirring.
Right.
As from today, I've got a new number.
Good for you.
Because I'm like, you'll get like little silly prank calls.
Yes.
And it's just, I'm fed up of it.
We're hoping that you'll soon be coming back to school.
Yeah.
Right, Tawny, I'll let you go in because it's cold. So I say good night to you, darling.
I'll see you later.
And don't forget, you're a strong and beautiful person.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye, sweetie.
I'll see you later.
Yes, I will, darling. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
You sit on this side,
Okay.
and I'll come on other side.
All right.
Like many of our relationships, just as you think one of the partners is doing all the helping, the other takes over. Hanif trained as a driving instructor. He's arranged a special underage lesson for Charisma to help her overcome her anxiety and improve her confidence.
When you start the car.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
That's it. Yes, that's good. Now just release the clutch slowly and it'll start moving. Okay? Handbrake slowly and yeah, indicator, come on.
Down?
Indicator, yeah, and turn left, steering left, straight, steering straight. That's lovely. That's nice, that's very nice. Don't take hand off the steering.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Why are you going so fast?
That's good. That's very good. Yeah, that's really good.
My driving lesson was probably one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life, but Hanif really helped me through it. He managed to calm me down.
And
He taught me how to do it. He didn't shout at me when I did something wrong or I forgot something.
That's lovely.
And now for the most important question of all.
How do I stop?
Clutch in, brake slowly. That's good. That's very good. Brake on. See?
Nailed it.
That's good. That's good, really.
Wes has missed so many classes, he isn't being allowed to resit his Maths GCSE this term.
I met some of your teachers this morning, not teachers, your year leader. You're a boxer and you've been good at boxing and you've improved, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah.
How do you reckon you improved?
You keep going.
By doing it?
By doing it, yeah.
So if you use the same scenario to your boxing, to your mathematics, there's only one way to go, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so continuing with...
His partner Dave is forsaking his shed with a new idea to join him in maths class.
See, that's a straight line. And opposite angles are always the same. So this one's 30 as well.
Right. See, I don't know any of that.
Yeah. Before Dave come into class with me, I was never going to maths lessons whatsoever. Out of the whole week, I had 10 maths lessons. I think I went to 2. Then after Dave came, I upped it to 8.
Which one's that? Is it
I don't know, he just got this thing about him which I felt I need to prove something to him and do him proud sort of thing.
But old school is not just about the old mentoring the young.
This is all new to me.
Did your dad ever take you to the gym or anything?
No. Never, didn't give a monkeys. What he wanted me to do was work.
Didn't you have any dreams that you wanted to do or anything?
Oh, I had dreams, like everybody, yeah. I had the opportunity once of learning to play the piano. I was over the moon. I couldn't believe it. It was like the Wizard of Oz had visited me. And my father just sat there with a blank face and he said, if you learn to play the piano, I'll cut your fingers off. When my father said that, I can't explain the feeling. I knew if I challenged it, it was going to be quite a problem. So I didn't challenge it, and when I went back to the school, I made it that I didn't want to do it. And that was the worst feeling. I remember going down a field at the back of the school and crying because I'd told a pack of lies. That was an attitude that went through my life, I can assure you. I hate him. Hate like that is not right, is it? It's not nice.
As the old school relationships begin to transform, Headmaster Neil is ambitious. It can grow.
The old school project can have a bigger, massive impact on our
and our society, and it must continue. It must continue.
In reality, how do we make it continue?
So the only way we can really make that happen is to make sure that it's funded.
There are huts to build, partner meetings to coordinate, and a costly infrastructure to grow.
Under present funding conditions, we will have to go out and raise the funds to make sure it's sustainable.
What sort of money would you reckon we were talking about?
The absolute minimum, Dave, we'd need £35,000 plus.
Neil, what's the reality if we don't raise that £35,000?
Basically, the reality is size the project won't exist. It's simple as that.
Wow. Right. Well, that's pretty final.
It is, it is. If Old School is to continue, we'll not only need compelling evidence to convince other schools to follow, but to raise money to grow.
But maybe there's an answer. Our partner's confidence is growing. But are they committed enough to raise the money and become the most convincing Old School ambassadors? How do you think it's going?
It's going I think it's going great.
It's going
amazing.
Yeah, is it? We feel like that. Just how would you feel if it was closed? Because that's the next big challenge for us all, isn't it?
I wouldn't like it, I wouldn't get to see Clive.
Yeah. Do you think it feels slightly different to be part of a community within the school?
It's something that I think everybody should have the opportunity to be in because it's just really benefiting for everybody who takes part in it. So.
With his confidence already improving, if anyone can persuade people of the value of Old School, for me, it's got to be Jacub. You know, I personally think you're flippin' marvellous.
Yeah.
Because you're articulate. Do you know what I mean by that?
No. I've heard of the game, but that's about it.
All right, okay. Well, articulate means you speak really well.
Yeah.
And you're very clear. And we have this big, important pitch with the Hamilton Trust with Michael O'Regan today. And I want you to be involved.
Okay.
What we like about you is that you say it.
Yeah.
And it's clear. So you should be very proud of yourself, because it's a big thing, this.
Yeah.
Go on. See you later.
See you later.
He's pitching to the chair of a charity more used to dealing with educational professionals than kids with ADHD. Who'd have thought our kids could have taken on something like this 10 weeks ago?
Where's Clive?
There.
Is that Clive? He's cool. Hey, hello.
Hello, everybody.
How are you diddling?
Oh, very well, thank you. Hello, Si.
Right. There you go. So, right, lift your chin up, man, so I can see you. Don't forget, from your heart, nothing more.
Hello. Hi, Miss Riga.
Hello.
My name's Jacob.
Hello, Jacob.
Hey, Dr. Reese. Welcome to Old School.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You're going to show us the way?
Yeah.
Great. You're a star man, I think.
Yeah. Ever since I've met Clive for my very first meeting, I think that I've started to bond with him a bit more. I just think of him as one of my closest mates.
But don't say your life story sort of thing. Yeah. They just want to know, keep it.
While Jacub tries to sell the idea to an educational charity, Wes, Charisma and Chiron are aiming bigger. They're off to Oxford United Football Club to see if they can get some money from the city bigwigs.
Ladies first.
Where should I go? Thank you.
Men.
I said ladies first.
Oh, yeah, true.
Go on, miss. You can imagine what it's going to feel like if we come out of there with the money.
Yeah, or even a helping hand, even. Do you know what I mean? Anything. If we come out with anything, it's a bonus.
No, don't give them a get-out clause. We want the lot.
Yes.
We're here, dudes, we're here.
The Community Trust Board meeting.
Community Board Trust meeting.
They're meeting the owner of Oxford United, the chairman of Network Rail, and other captains of industry.
This one, yeah?
Yeah, so just go in there.
Good afternoon. Are you alright? How's everyone doing then today? Good?
Basically, I'm going to be talking about the benefits of the project.
I think I've come more to realise that old people aren't so grumpy. Like, they're basically just like us.
We're fun, aren't we, Jacob?
Yeah.
We have had fun, yes.
Yeah. Being with old school, it's just like I can actually finally go up to people confidently and knowing that they're not going to judge me by the way I look.
We're just like a nice, normal, kind of dysfunctional family.
Yes. We know old people like to go out for a little drink every now and then. And I'm not talking about water, if you know what I mean.
This is me and my partner Hanif. In this photo, it's probably one of our most memorable moments together because I actually taught him how to send his very first email all the way to his family back in Pakistan.
Old people get scared of young people. They see them with a hoodie. If they actually partner up with a child, younger partners can show that they're not always on the street and they're actually being active.
We really want to expand this and we want to also make it nationwide so all other schools can do it.
Thank you so much for having us here.
The kids have done amazing pictures to very, very high-powered, high-profile individuals, but we have to find some funding, and we're getting to a point where it's pretty desperate.
We need more persuasive evidence old school works. We need results. The dreaded day of the GCSE English exam has finally dawned.
It'll be a test not only for Chloe, Charisma and Marlon, but also old school. Will their grades improve on what was expected and help convince potential funders?
How are you feeling?
Nervous.
The exam is 2 hours long. During that 2 hours, you need to be facing the front at all times. And your 2 hours starts now.
Going into the exam, I'd be really nervous. I would be shaking a lot. And then when you actually have to go in and sit down, the paper's in front of you, I look at the clock and it's like 1 hour and I think to myself, that's not enough time for this.
And how many phrases did you get for question 2?
3 on each.
3 on each, that's fine.
Which bullet point was hard?
Okay. But did you have a go at that third one as well? Okay, so you're nice and even. Hello? How was that? When you say you didn't finish, was it just a tiny bit that you didn't do?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to sit down here just for a sec first? Take your seat, Charisma. Do you want to sit down here just for a minute?
Support is at hand. Old school partner Hanif has come to see how Charisma got on.
Afterwards, after I finished the exam, I had a panic attack because I didn't manage to finish it and I was really sad about that, so...
I know what it feels like. You feel very sad, but it's no point. We know that it's just done, gone.
Yeah.
We have this mutual understanding when we see each other. We talk each other through, what we really feel like. And 2 sons are in London.
I've noticed that he's a lot more confident when he talks, with his English especially. And I'm really proud of him, and I'm really glad that I was partnered with him.
This month, isn't it?
Thank you very much, very kind of you. Hello, Jacob, how are you? Lovely to see you.
With no funding yet in place, this could be the last chance for Judy and Tony to help each other within Old School.
Tony! Yes, hello, darling. How are you feeling today?
Still a bit,
But you're all right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God for that. I was worried about you. Oh, I like that colour.
Over their time together, she has been using their shared love of art to encourage Tawny to open up about her experience of bullying.
I just felt like no one cared about me and I was just completely empty. I was basically cutting myself because I felt inside that this was something that I could do with myself. It made me feel better for about an hour after, and then after that it just went completely back to normal. It was just like everyone hated me and I just didn't understand why.
But for Tawny, there was no escape. When she wasn't at school, she was being bombarded online.
I'd be on social media 24/7.
Was you?
There wouldn't be an hour where I wasn't checking all of them.
And the more you found it's about you, upset you more?
Yeah.
No one knows what it's like unless you've been there, and I've been there and I know how hurtful it is and how upset you can be. And you could be that 1% that would actually take their own life.
When I first met you, you were really confident and it just influenced me into being like that.
Oh.
I wanted to be as confident as you were.
Oh, that's lovely. Being able to help her get over this has helped me tremendously because I have got more confidence and I feel a lot better in myself than I did. How about red hot, eh? Yeah.
I like the artworks because it's just the me that was underneath all the dark places and how I really was on the inside and not what I thought I was. It's made me step back and look at it and think that is me. That's brought my confidence up that little bit more.
We're nearing the end of term, and it's that time of year again.
First thing I saw today was Jacub running towards me. It was nice to see that reaction. That's the first time he's showed emotion.
He missed you!
Thank you. I'm going to have fun with this.
Oh, Tawny, got you a little present. You'll open it.
You're gonna kill me.
Oh, darling. Thank you so much. I told you
You're
not.
welcome.
I told you not to.
Throughout the old school project, I've had a few friends that have came and gone, but then Judy's always been there, and it was she was basically my best friend, the one that stuck by me.
This has got love, and that's you to wear that all the time to show that you love yourself. Will you promise me that you'll love yourself?
Yeah.
With term coming to an end, our scientists are back for retests to see if young and old have really changed.
So it's exactly the same as last time. As many words as you can think of beginning with the letter T.
Like tiger, tap,
toe.
Token, tablet.
Tomatoes, train, track.
Go. 4.
Brilliant. Oh, faster the second time.
Dr. Carol Holland from the Centre for Healthy Ageing has returned to see if there's any improvement.
Is it still going?
When you feel ready.
If we don't get the scientific results and they're not in our favour, then Old School hasn't worked.
First, we have the results of the mobility tests.
You can see it's gone down, so that means you're getting faster. People are getting a little bit faster. So although it's only a small group and there's not a lot of stats we can do on this number of people, it's in the right direction.
What about the cognitive tests that we did?
This is the autobiographical memory test. This is an important measure, actually, because it has relationships with whether with things like depression.
Okay.
So the fact that it's gone up, we're delighted.
I think that's really great.
It is. It's good. I'm really pleased.
It's clear, isn't it? The older participants have benefited from the interaction with the younger. So
very
that's what we were hoping for.
Yeah.
So our senior partners' organisational skills are up by 33%, and their ability to socialise is up by a massive 40%.
The juniors too are resitting the self-esteem tests they did at the beginning.
Off you go.
Most were originally chosen because they struggled with issues like lack of confidence. They may seem happier, but will better confidence show in the tests?
Before, I was like really nervous. I wouldn't go into a crowd and I wouldn't speak to people. But now I can go up to someone, I can say hello to them, I can have a full-on conversation in the middle of the street, which I'm proud about. My anger's calmed down, and so is my ADHD. So I'm not as hyper as I would be. I'm not as angry as I would be. So yeah, I think that old school has helped me with my confidence, definitely.
As well as the test scores, we now have the school's own records for attendance, academic attainment and behaviour.
Oh, yeah! Hello, gang! All right, teamies. We've got your results.
Yeah.
And the results are really pretty stunning. For example...
Go on.
I mean, Tawny, you know the self-esteem, right? You were -1.
Right.
You are now 61, which is kind of twice the average. So, Judy, whatever you're doing, please keep it up, darling, because it's great.
It is. It's fantastic. Well done, Where's... So, attendance. Up from 60.3 to 88.6. That is epic.
It's working, it's working.
Keep doing it, Jacob. So, achievement points. It was 7. It's now 26. Wow. It's 26. So, Clive, great job. It's testament to you both, and these aren't made up.
No,
these are tangible results.
And we're even more determined now that we need the funding to secure Old School so the relationships go on.
Having had such great success with our first participants, we have to secure Old School's future so more of this community can benefit, and we hope others around the country.
As the results have shown, Wes's school attendance has significantly improved, as well as his work and confidence. Partner Dave has invited him round for a cuppa.
Hi, David.
Hello, Wes.
You all right? Yeah, good, thank you. And you?
Would you like a cup of tea, Wes?
Yes, please, David, that'd be nice, yeah.
How do you like your tea?
Milky with 2 sugars, please.
I've only had 5 this morning. Look, I've got a little something for you. I don't want you to be embarrassed. If it ain't right, that's not a problem. We can deal with it. First thing, I got this off the web. I expect you've got hundreds of them.
How'd you get that? I didn't know that existed.
Didn't you?
I did.
Anyway,
That
I
was a
got
long
that
time
and put it
ago.
in a frame for you.
Oh, thank you, David.
Didn't you know it existed on the web?
I didn't know I had
It's
that
on your
one,
club
no.
website.
didn't
Anyway,
know
I
that.
thought I'd do it so that you've got something to... Because we're proud of that.
Yeah, I treasure that, thanks.
Very good. Well, look, what I've done is... And don't look at the labels yet. Got you a sweatshirt to put on, or
Dave.
put around your shoulders.
You shouldn't have, mate, thank you.
No,
I
that's
appreciate
all right,
it.
it's just-
Thank you.
I'm glad you like your picture.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
and
know
the
whether to
jumper,
do it or
thank
not.
you.
But the big question is still, can we persuade other people to fund this so it can grow? It's the end of term, and with the evidence in, we now want to get all our partners together for one final try.
we've invited funders, educationalists and heads from all around the country.
Tie done, shirt done.
Yeah, shirt done, tie on. We need it to look sharp, man. And I need it to look sharp today because I'm nervous as well, right? So today, out of all days, got to focus, got to be sharp, got to concentrate. All that rubbish out your pockets. Good lad.
Buttoned or not? What do you think? I've gone tieless because I thought it's daytime.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I want to be a bit kind of like smart but casual.
Casual.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I think unbuttoned, Kingy, because if we want to go like, and we are all equals,
yeah,
it's going to be more impressive if the jacket flares rather than stays like that. Red-handed. No, we get ourselves spruced up. No,
Coming to hear them, representatives of various government departments, charities, council leaders, and even trust fund managers.
On table 8. So.
Table 8?
Yeah.
Can't be scaring me like that. Ooh.
And it's pleasing to see one or two familiar faces.
We've never been part of anything that's as potentially important as this. And to be honest, we're seriously bricking it.
This school has been through some really tough times in the recent past, and so has our community. Unless you believe in your community, unless the community believes in you, I think it makes it really, really difficult to improve your school.
Besides the results, our partners are our best advertisement.
I really struggled with my confidence before Old School started. I suffered really bad panic attacks, especially when I had to talk to people. So to be able to be here right now and talk in front of all of you guys, it's a really big step for me.
I did it actually for me initially because I had a big void in my life because my parents passed away. I just didn't know what to do with myself. So I've adopted Chloe because I haven't got any children of my own. So her mother said I could borrow her for a few years.
When I came here and I met my little girl, Tawny, I think that helping her has helped me. We all meet there all together. We're like a family, like a community. Even when we're not together, we're phoning each other to make sure everybody's all right.
When I had my first partner, his name was Rick, we never really got to have a meeting, sadly. And after that, I was offered by lovely Dave
Thank you
to
very
be
much,
my partner.
Thank you.
We did a load of stuff together, and I see him, he's a top-notch lad. He is.
Oh, do you know, that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me.
The reason why I joined was to get more knowledge and experience, and what better knowledge and experience to get from an old man. Sorry. I don't know if you'd like me to say this, but Dave really cares about me, I think, and I really care about Dave from the experience that he's been through. And sorry, other gramps, but Dave feels like a third grandpa to me. So yeah, thank you.
This has taught me a lesson. I found a very caring relationship with a particular person that I was paired with, Wes, who happens to be nearly bringing me to tears. I'm having difficulty talking because of what he said. I didn't know the impact I'd have on his values, but he certainly had an impact on mine. It's something that I would never have experienced. I would never have realised how important it was to actually involve ourselves with young people in the way that we've been able to do in this project. The thing goes back the other way, but thanks for sort of listening.
It also means that you have a generation of young people who at the moment...
The thing we do touch on, I said about the boxing as well, that the week can come down.
It's lovely to see you again.
It was just really, really impressive and moving to sit in the audience and to hear your stories.
Absolutely everybody performed at their absolute best today.
Yeah, they
and
did.
it was a pressured environment.
I tell you what though, if they turn round and don't give us the money, I'll be surprised and I'll be gutted. It's the 20th of January, 5 months since we began, and our last day here. For our kids, it's a very important day.
Do you know what, mate? I've got a really warm, rosy, cosy glow. I'm looking forward to seeing the gang.
Yeah, me too. But let's just hope we've still got a warm, rosy glow when we get the exam results.
Yeah.
Good GCSE results might be coming too late for our big pitch, but they could help further underline success.
And they're flaming important for the kids as well.
Good morning, how are you? Almost on time, that's brilliant.
Morning,
Good morning, fellas. Good to see you as always.
You too.
How are you doing? Good to see you, how are you?
It's results day.
How do you feel on results day?
Listen, honestly, I get unbelievably nervous before the results come. Genuinely, I won't sleep for about 2 or 3 days. Really, it's a nerve-wracking day. It's a tense day all round. In some ways, when it's GCSE results day, and I don't know if you feel this, it's almost, you can almost feel the tension in the air. It's a different place today.
It is a very different place.
Yeah.
When Dave and I literally have walked through the door, you can feel it's oscillating with apprehension.
Yes, it is. Obviously, we know that Charisma's involved in the project. The last time that we did an exam, it didn't quite go to how Charisma expected it to do.
She has enormously high standards.
She has enormous high standards, and she might need looking after today. So, so keep a really close eye on her, and I'd really appreciate it if you could do that.
Thanks for the heads up.
I'm really hoping that the results today, that you get what you deserve, and it reflects the hard work that both you and the teachers have put in. Not only am I really nervous, I know you're really nervous, but I know the guys are really nervous too, because they are getting the results of the old school project. So for them, it's also a really big day.
Are we ready?
Yes.
This is killing me.
Here's one down, man. You've got to open them.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
What does he get with that?
Yes! I got the A. Yes!
What did you get? This
An
Congratulations.
What's that?
Yes! That is brilliant.
Yes! We were going to ask you how you feel, but I think your face says it all, I think.
I am over the moon. I was so scared. We were all so scared.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
always are leading up to these results.
Yes. If it's not being too nosy, what grades were Chloe, Charisma and Marlon expected to get?
All three were expected to get a C. That was their target grade.
Do you know what's wonderful? What's wonderful? The sense of joy in this room is overwhelming.
And Marlon.
Congratulations, Marlon!
Marlon was on the ceiling.
That reaction, that just shows how much this means to him.
Yes. I've just got a big lump in my throat, mate. I just think I
feel
do.
quite. Yeah. So look at you. You've gone up 2 grades.
An anticipated C, and then you get a big fat A. Get in.
You need to tell Hanif now.
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah. I bet he's going to be so pleased.
He's gonna be so
Do you think it's helped that relationship?
Yeah, he always tells me that I need to be more confident with myself, and and like I do really well, and I never really say that, but he always reminds me that I do.
Not only have we seen the partnerships grow and develop and
the effects on them directly, but actually there are huge benefits to the whole school because of that ripple effect from the project. We just see standards going up and up and up.
There's a surprise visitor joining the celebrations. Michael O'Regan from the education charity.
Hello, you all. What?
Nice to see you again.
Hello, Mr. Regan.
I was part of the audience at a very moving presentation about what old school partnerships had brought you. So, I'm very pleased to say that Hamilton Trust is making a donation of £15,000.
Yes! Oh, wow! Oh, that is amazing.
Jacob, you happy to look after it?
Yeah.
Well done to all of you.
I felt quite proud of myself, quite excited. I almost cried. I'm not a wuss, so I almost cried because I know that I had been in that pitch and I know that I was part of to get that money.
We hope it's just the first tranche of money that will enable Old School to carry on and grow.
The experiment has worked beyond our best hopes, helping two of the loneliest and least confident parts of society to help each other. Our partners here will be carrying on, and we hope other schools around the country will join them.
Oh, great.
Before we go, Wes, the tough lad who learnt how to box to protect himself, has done something Dave has been waiting for 60 years.
Where are we going then, Wes?
I've got a bit of a surprise for you.
Aye?
It's a few stairs, a few old legs.
I know, I've got to be careful here because they don't care too much about being oldie.
No, it'll be worth it when you get to the top. When you told me about your dad not wanting you to give piano lessons, like letting you have piano lessons,
yeah.
I thought that everyone needs a chance and an opportunity to do what they want in life.
I could do piano, okay.
Yeah, and I felt like I needed to give you an opportunity to do what you wanted to do, so I got you a piano lesson.
Oh.
So it's this one, this one, this one, yeah? Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. Ready? Let's give it a go again. So.
What a gentle, enlightened thing to do.
And all your fingers are going to play those ones. Yeah?
Just because you're old doesn't mean that you stop dreaming about doing stuff.
Ba ba, and again. Ba ba, and again. Ba ba. Good. So you're going to do